What if a cyber attack was designed not to make money, but to cause chaos, not to steal data, not to demand ransom, but to destroy, quietly, rapidly, globally? This is not a hypothetical scenario. It already happened. The attack is known as NotPetya, and it became one of the most destructive cyber events in history. At first, it looked like ransomware. Systems were locked, files were encrypted, a payment was demanded. But this was a deception, because even if victims paid, their data could not be recovered. NotPetya was never meant to be reversed. It was built to wipe systems completely, a cyber weapon disguised as criminal activity. The attack began in Ukraine, spreading through a compromised software update used by businesses across the country. But it did not stay contained. Within hours, it spread across networks around the world. Companies that had no direct connection to the conflict were affected. Global shipping giant Maersk, pharmaceutical company Merck, logistics networks, manufacturing systems, all disrupted, all at once. This is what made NotPetya different. It did not target a single system. It targeted connectivity itself. Once inside a network, it moved laterally, exploiting trusted relationships between systems. One connection led to another. One system infected the next, until entire organizations were shut down. Computers failed, operations stopped, data disappeared, and the impact was immediate. Shipping operations halted, production lines shut down, supply chains collapsed, all triggered by code. The estimated damage reached billions of dollars, not from physical destruction, but from digital disruption. This is the power of the AI. World War Y. But what makes NotPetya even more significant is its intent. This was not about profit, it was about impact. Widely attributed to Russian state-linked actors, the attack was seen as part of a broader strategy to destabilize Ukraine. But its effects went far beyond its original target. This is the danger of cyber weapons. They do not respect borders. They do not stay contained. Once released, they spread. And when they spread, they affect everything connected. NotPetya revealed a critical truth. In a connected world, an attack on one region can become an attack on the world, because systems are not isolated. They are linked through software, through networks, through trust. And that trust becomes the vulnerability. The attack exploited legitimate software updates, something companies rely on every day, something they trust. And that trust became the entry point. This is what makes the why war so dangerous. The systems designed to protect and support operations can be turned against them without warning, without detection. And by the time the attack is recognized, it is already spreading. This is why NotPetya was so difficult to stop. It moved faster than response, faster than understanding, faster than containment. And by the time organizations realized what was happening, their systems were already gone. This was not just a cyber attack. It was a demonstration of what is possible when cyber capabilities are used as weapons, a demonstration of how quickly global systems can be disrupted, and a demonstration of how fragile digital infrastructure really is. Governments took notice, investigations were launched, warnings were issued, because the implications were clear. If one attack could cause this level of disruption, others could do the same, and possibly worse. NotPetya showed that the why war is not always hidden. Sometimes it becomes visible through its consequences, through halted operations, through financial loss, through global disruption. And when it does, it reveals something deeper, that modern society depends on systems that can be compromised, systems that can be turned against themselves, and systems that, once disrupted, can create cascading effects across the world. Because in this AI war, the most dangerous attacks are not the ones aimed at destruction alone. They are the ones that spread, the ones that move silently from system to system, the ones that exploit trust itself. And by the time they are discovered, they are already everywhere. Because in this war, the attack does not need to reach you directly. It only needs to reach something you depend on. And once that happens, the damage is no longer contained. It becomes global. It becomes unstoppable. unstoppable, and it becomes impossible to control. This becomes the point of no return.